Hey everybody, this is Elise Wilkerson, and today I've been going over these videos that were sent for Project One, basically over the literacy. Um, I found these videos so helpful and so interesting. I feel like these videos will help me in the future in my classroom because there was just after being in a classroom, I just noticed that sometimes you kind of wonder what to do with students when they aren't engaged and they don't understand. And a lot of these things were super helpful. So I'll just start with one of the first questions. Um, Understanding diversity. Diversity can be challenging in an elementary classroom, but after watching these videos, I feel like that allowing students to work in small groups will allow the students to become more comfortable with their peers in the class and to become more comfortable with learning with someone other than who they know. Because anyone can work with someone they know and feel confident and say things and come up with things. But it's when you put a student with someone that they don't know very well that makes it harder. So, small groups to me would make a big difference in diversity just within an elementary classroom. Um, but to go into a little bit more depth, I think after watching the videos, the one about the research projects, I really and truly like that idea of expanding that within longer than just a year or a week or a couple months or whatever. I liked how they wanted to draw it out and make it like this long thing to keep the students engaged and wanting to learn more. And with this, they can basically learn whatever they want to learn. And when you go to learn about something that you don't know about, you're going to come into old times and things that we don't have now. So that allows students to learn about different cultures and to be able to ask questions because if they don't know, then they're not going to learn about diversity and the different cultures and things like that. So I think that the research projects are really helpful and could be very beneficial within the diversity. Um, for the next question that was asked, understanding teaching and learning in the classroom. This is so big to me. Um, just just a few things from the videos that I watched. I just kind of based off my um, thoughts and answers off of this. Um, Promoting literacy in every classroom, regardless of if it's art, if it's computer lab, if it's um, math, science, I mean, any of those things makes a large difference in what the numbers showed on their videos. And I didn't realize that growing up, but after being in a classroom, I have learned that when students read, it makes a big difference in their vocabulary. And if the school works together and uses literacy in every classroom and pushes it, I think that it makes a difference, and it has the numbers have showed in that specific school. Um, and something that they talked about too was the collaborative reading. I want to do some more research in that, and I thought that was pretty interesting. Um, Technology. Growing up, I didn't really, we use technology, but now, like, all the kids have their own Chromebooks. They do a lot of their work on there. And sometimes I think it's okay, but then again, sometimes I'm like, we need pencil and paper. So I think technology can be very beneficial because they can look up words faster, they can do literacy games and things like that on their computers. Um, and technology, as well as literacy, allows students to have a voice in small groups, in class discussion, and anything like that. I just feel like um, teaching and learning in a classroom and learning the different things and ways is very important. The other question was how affected student learning. In the videos, the students were very engaged in the learning because I feel like with the different things the teachers were showing us to do is the students felt included. I feel like a lot of the times teachers just teach and they go over the lesson and then they give a test and that's the end of it. And I feel like now students don't fully understand that. I feel like they need to be hands-on. I was a hands-on student, so I fully understand being in small groups and having different activities and learning in a different way from a classmate allows a student to learn something better, because sometimes learning from your teacher may not be what you understand, so maybe getting a second opinion will help. Just a few things that were discussed in the videos. One of the things that were very helpful to me was the 60-second strategies. The first one was the 3-read protocol, which was the letters for the math. It was better for math in that sense because you could take out the numbers and just read the question, and then you did it like 3 different ways, and it allowed the students to break it down better. The next one was the talk detectives. It was 2 students that observed, and they were able to voice their opinions and gain information from their classmates and give feedback to the teacher as well as the students. I feel like this was super helpful, and the students were like, oh, well, my classmates are watching, so I need to be on my best behavior. So the next one was SLANT listening, and SLANT stands for sit up, lean up, acknowledge the speaker, nod, and track the speaker. I thought this was super good. I really, really liked this, and had actually never heard of it. So with this, in the different activities that were done throughout the day, I feel like the students were so engaged and so involved in what was going on. And I feel like I will use this in my classroom only because it was just good. And then one of the last things was the participation cards. I've seen this before, and after seeing it on that video and just seeing how effective it was, they just showed the teacher a card, and it was just like, I agree, or I disagree, or I don't understand. And the teacher was able to understand what the student felt without making the student feel uncomfortable. And I really like that because I don't like making students feel belittled if I don't have to. So I feel like that was just a good way to keep the students' privacy in their education, to keep them motivated. Station rotation, which is another name for groups and small groups and stuff, that was one big thing that I think, after doing a lot of research and videos on that, and some of my other professors have talked about those, and I've seen it personally, I feel like that is something that will be very beneficial to my classroom, with the different tasks that allow the students to, like I said before, learn different ways. But overall, I think that these videos were super helpful, and this project was super fun to learn about and to hold knowledge for my future classroom. So I hope that everyone has a great week, and I look forward to getting to know everybody through the rest of the semester. Bye, y'all.